realistically, it doesn't even matter what stage you are in life. If you want to achieve something, including going pro in a video game or becoming a professional streamer, all you have to do is want to do that. You have to dedicate time. You have to be consistent. You hear this often, but it's very true. Welcome to Driving and Vibing. What's the vibe today? Today, I want to talk about achieving goals, focus, consistency, all of the above, right? Being consistent, being driven, motivation, all of that. And I want to talk about this in regards to being this actually applies to anything in life. If you want to get that job, that dream job yours, if you want to, get the best grade in school, if you want to become a professional streamer, if you want to become a professional sports athlete, be it regular sports or esports, this applies to everything. So the difference between, I'm gonna go out and say right now, the real difference, so like as people age, and this applies for any stage of life, okay? It's usually mindset that holds people back. And at any stage in life, like when you get older, you get more responsibility, right? It makes sense. You gotta have a job. Maybe you find a significant other. Maybe you buy a pet. Maybe your job takes up time. And just said that. Maybe you're enrolled in school still. Maybe you start a family. Maybe you have a house, this and that, right? That all takes time. But it doesn't mean that you can't dedicate time and hours to the dream of yours. Let's say you want to become a professional streamer. We'll focus on streaming. If you want to become a professional streamer, you have to dedicate some hours, right? If you think about it, if you take a step back, I guarantee, and I can do this for myself too, all the time, every day I can find time that I have, quote unquote, not spent wisely, wasted, whatever you want to call it. Not spent wisely is where we're going to head. If you take a step back, you can probably find time that you can feel as though, or that you may feel as though is not effectively used to your advantage, and you can pivot that time into the streaming. You can take time to either stream or research or come up with content idea, because streaming isn't just streaming, it's strictly, you got to take care of social media and all that stuff. And you got to put time into it. You got to want to do it. You got to find that drive. You got to be motivated. You have to be focused. That should be the focus of this video, is how to stay focused. So that's what we're going to focus on. Now, I just said that word about 20 times. So you have to really focus. Now let's go back to we see all these really good young athletes showing up, 17, 18-year-olds going pro in all these video games, and they're just phenomenal players. But why do we think that is? Because they go to school, their focus is school and primarily that game. There's really no other focus. They don't really they're putting all their time into that because they're able to do that. Not that they're allowed to, everybody's allowed to do that, but they're able to do that. And they choose to do it. Could they go out and play with their friends? Of course. Or hang out with their friends, whatever you want to call it. Of course they could do that. Could they go out and do sports? Of course they could do that. They're choosing and specifically putting time into that dream of theirs, that career that they don't even realize it's a career because they're playing a video game. They're having fun doing it. That hobby, we'll say, to push it further. And they know this, right? Like indirectly, subconsciously know that the more time they spend in the game, the better they're gonna get. And that's where the focus comes into play. Now, obviously there's other factors, like your health is a big factor in this too. You have to be primarily healthy. And that might not be that's something for another day, but focus is a huge aspect. So your health is huge, your focus is huge, your mentality. So it's not that we can't do anything, no matter what stage you are in life. It's not that we can't do or achieve anything because we simply, quote unquote, don't have time. If you take a step back, you can find time, guaranteed. This goes for every aspect of life, including your health and wellness, including fitness, working out, exercising, walking, and of course, nutrition. So let's take a step back, find time where we can pivot our focus, and let's get focused. If you like what you heard in this video, hit that like button, greatly helps out the channel. Hit that subscribe button for more content like this. If you want to get the conversation started, let me know in the comments. I would love to hear what everybody's thoughts are. I would love to hear that. And I hope to see everybody in the next video. Later, Dreamers.